as warnings of empty store shelves begin to mount. Don't worry, President Trump has some advice for you if you're concerned about it.
Much of it we don't need. You know, somebody said, oh, the shelves are going to be open. Well, maybe the children will have $2 instead of $30, you know? And maybe the $2 will cost a couple of bucks more than they would normally be.
That's right. Just buy less. Oh, just buy less. Oh, of course. No. Oh, thank you, Donald Trump. That is great advice. Tremendous advice. The best advice ever. No, I'm not actually trying to get Mike Waltz's job. Okay. No, but seriously, that's his advice. In a consumer spending driven economy, you are saying, let's just have people spend less. I mean, those kids, they don't need that many presents anyway. Really? I don't think that's exactly the greatest message here. Okay, bad idea. And look, all of this comes as domestic businesses begin canceling orders from countries like China that have massive tariffs on them now, and are even postponing plans for expansions, thanks to the trade wars that Trump is getting us into. Okay, in fact, it's estimated that the new tax on Chinese import could lead to significant shortages for businesses and consumers. It's kind of what happens when you start a trade war with another country without actually first investing in manufacturing here. See, you kind of missed that whole part. Didn't actually do any investment here before enacting massively stupid tariffs. Okay, so now, as a result of this, of course, online retailers like Temu announced price hikes and are now displaying import charges. Yes, at the checkouts to let customers see that the effects of Donald Trump's tariffs. In some cases, Temu reportedly is displaying costs that are double the original price. Just double. Now, Amazon had flirted with that a bit, but ultimately decided, no, we're not going to do it, at least not openly. And that's after Donald Trump threw a massive bitch fit. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean, of course, that Amazon isn't going to be charging people a tariff fee. It's just that we're not going to be told about it. Oh, well, that does not make it better. That does not make it better at all. Okay. There are other terrible economic signs as a result of Trump's trade war. You got GDP that has shrunk. According to the Bureau of Economic Analysis, the first quarter of U.S. economic growth shrank by 0.3%. So, yeah, no, the economy contracting. Here we go. And now, of course, he's going to blame Joe Biden for this, as always, right? It's not my fault. It's Sleepy Joe. He was at the wheel. You see, he was sleeping at the wheel, and therefore everything is terrible now as a result, even though he actually left me with an incredibly strong economy. I mean, yes, the economy was better under Joe Biden, and that's not to say that there weren't issues. Yes, there were issues, and those issues have not gone away. There is still persistent inflation. That is a problem. He hasn't fixed that. Trump has made that worse. And of course, an issue with people not getting paid enough. Now people are losing their jobs, not only because of the Doge cuts and massively cutting government jobs, but also businesses also cutting jobs. So there you go. His response, though, to all of this is, well, just buy less. Right. Yeah. I'm sorry, but it is such a Fox News boomer response here. It reminds me of telling young people, hey, you can't afford a house? Just stop buying lattes and avocado toast. That's it. That's all you got to do, and then you'll be fine. Stop wasting the money. Well, hold on. People literally cannot afford basic things. All right. And there, again, there was this problem before, but now the problem is worse. Trump has made the cost of things go up even more for no gain. Nothing. Higher paying jobs have not materialized, and they're not going to. Companies are laying people off while you have container ships showing up empty. That means the shelves are going to be empty. I remember when right-wingers were freaking out during COVID after Trump had been defeated by Joe Biden. Biden became president, and there were still some empty shelves because there were supply chain issues. And the right wing freaked out over it. This is what it looks like under Joe Biden's communism. What? Well, gee, when that happens, when we start getting empty shelves here, and it's not as a result of a pandemic with these disruptions, it's completely Trump made. All right, he built that. And then what are they going to say? Who are they going to blame it on? Of course, they're going to blame it on Joe Biden or communism or something, which is really strange. Okay, but again, economic disaster made by one person. And this is not just toys, by the way. Okay, it's gotten so bad out there that people have reported to having to finance their groceries. Yes. Things are bad. And if you are a young person, it's even worse. 42% of Americans under 30 are saying that they are barely getting by financially, according to a Harvard survey. In January 2025, there was a survey by Credit One Bank that found that 39% of Gen Z adults said that they feel stressed about their finances, which is the highest of any generation, which kind of explains why there was a lot of Gen Z men specifically that voted for Donald Trump, because Trump said, oh, I'm going to fix it. Don't worry about it. I'll fix it. Well, he didn't fix it. Made it worse. Okay. Now, that same group reported the lowest levels of confidence and control over their money. Young people are getting squeezed by high inflation, and as well as the resumption of student loan payments, thanks to, of course, the Donald Trump Supreme Court. Okay. In fact, John Bell, a certified financial planner in Maryland, wrote that it's very expensive to pay for the basics today that everyone needs: food, shelter, and a mode of transportation. Plus, many young people are graduating with high levels of college debt, often in careers that aren't paying enough to cover their loans and the basics. Now, fast forward, and you see what's going on now, and it explains why Trump is no longer doing well with Gen Z men. Remember, he did really, really well with Gen Z men. They helped him win the presidency. Now they're turning away. According to data provided by YouGov Blue, net approval for Trump declined by 29 points among young male registered voters between January and March. A significantly bigger shift than any other demographic. Oops. The latest Harvard Youth poll, conducted between March 14th and 25th among 2,096 18 to 29-year-olds, found that Trump's approval rating among Gen Z men currently stands at just 34%, while 59% disapprove. Gen Z men, of course, supported Trump at much higher rates than Gen Z women. It's almost like the women are onto something. Yeah. You know, that they were kind of smarter in this, or actually a lot smarter, and maybe we should have listened to the women. Yes, would have been great. Would have been smart to do, but no, I couldn't listen to the smart women in your life who were telling you, for F's sake, do not vote for this guy. He is a con artist and an idiot. They did it anyway, of course. Look, he is completely losing that generation because he is a disaster. His economic policies are a disaster. He's not making your life better unless, of course, you are super wealthy, because that's who he is, and ultimately, that's who he serves. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you become a member on our YouTube page, you become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.